Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Andri and welcome to my first Q&A, and I'm quite excited because I've sat down and YouTubed this morning how to do the, you know, when they insert the pictures. So I'm going to insert your questions. Yeah, so we'll see, because I don't even know if it's going to work out until I edit this whole thing, but I'm quite excited because I think I've got it. I'm getting there. So anyway, thank you very much to everybody that gave me a question. I only put it on my last two videos. I didn't advertise the fact that I was doing a Q&A on my Instagram or anything. I just wanted to kind of keep it short and sweet. So that's what we're aiming for. And I know some of you felt sorry for me because I wasn't getting a lot of questions, so you kind of gave me like a lot of questions, you know, certain people, so thanks very much. And yeah, so shall we get started? Yeah, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're not already subscribed, then please subscribe, and please give me a thumbs up, but I'll remind you at the end of the Q&A as well. So let's start off with, so this is why I'm sitting kind of to one side as well, because I'm hoping to insert the questions. Oh, I'm so excited about that. You know, I couldn't even edit. I didn't even know how to upload when I first started YouTube. It was actually my son that came in and went, "Have you uploaded that video that you've done?" And he kind of just went, "Bro," and he uploaded it, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Anyway, but back to the Q&A. Short and sweet. Who am I kidding? So let's get started with the first question, and it's from the one and only It's Only Warpaint, and she asks, "You have left the family business, but are you still planning to be involved?" Not at all. The business has been taken over by somebody else, and it's going to be an entirely new concept. We were kind of, I wouldn't say it was just Greek cooking, we were kind of international cuisine, but you know, we did steaks and French cooking and a lot of Greek cooking as well. So it's going to be an entirely different concept now. So we have absolutely nothing to do with the business anymore. And she also asks, "Do your friends use designer goods, and what do they think about you buying these items?" So yes, most of my friends do carry designer goods, wear designer goods. So, you know, I wouldn't say a lot of them are not to the whatever, I don't know. Anyway, not to the point, not to the point that I buy bags, because, you know, really and honestly, here on YouTube, the way we buy bags is not normal. Let's be honest here, you know. For us, buying a handbag is a bit of an addiction. It's like people that buy art, you know, it's not that we need the handbags, but we have a love and a passion for these things. So not in the same way that I do. I mean, I have a friend who has a Birkin, and you know, for her, buying a Chanel bag is nothing. For me, buying a Chanel bag is a major thing. You know, it's not a thing that I just go out and get on a whim. You know, some people may think that, but it's not like that at all. And you know, it wasn't until my mum's dementia kicked in that I was willing to spend that amount of money on a handbag, because you kind of then, when you're faced with that kind of disease, you realise how short life is, and you really need to make the most of it. So, you know, I was brought up that you always saved and did all of that, and, you know, spending stupid money, which is what these Chanel bags cost, you know, it wasn't, when I remember when I first got my Chanel bag, it took me about 3 days before I could open it, and I remember going to bed and opening my eyes in the morning and feeling guilty about it. Short and sweet, no chance, I've gone way off. Anyway, question. So yes, my friends do carry designer bags. We don't sit and discuss how much they are, or the leathers, or the goldware, or the silver hardware, or you know, caviar leather or peppered leather, none of that. It's just you get a bag. Hi, oh, I love your bag. Oh, you've been shopping in Chanel, that kind of thing, you know. So let's move on. Question 2 from Dion Ward, who also has she actually has 2 YouTube channels, and she says she would love to see the blankets because I spoke about the crocheting that my mum did, my gran did, and so on and so forth. I don't actually, the last thing my mum ever crocheted was my granddaughter's blanket. I don't have it here. I meant to ask for it to show it to you, but I don't actually have it in there away today somewhere, so I can't get hold of that blanket, and I really wanted to get the video. But I do have the one that my mum made for my youngest son. So this is his blanket that she crocheted just here. And this is the bedspread that my gran and my auntie did together. I mean, look at that, with one needle crocheting all of that. And this is, I mean, I have a king size bed, so you can imagine the size of this thing, and it's a ton weight. And these things are brilliant because I can stick that into the washing machine, no worries, you know, it's fantastic. So yeah, so that's it. So next question is from Daniel Hammond, and he is on Instagram, if you would like to follow him. I think his Instagram name is Daniel _ Melbourne, I think, if you just kind of search Daniel Hammond. Anyway, so he asks, would you pay full price for a pair of Manolo Blahnik shoes? Now, if you watch my other videos, you know I cannot say that, so I think he's purposely asked me this question, so I have to say Manolo Blahnik. I mean, I had my daughter-in-law going, Andri, it's Manolo Blahnik, whatever. So, would you pay full price for them? Yes, I would pay full price for them, but again, like I said when I did my unboxing, which I'll link below on the shoes, you know, it'd have to be for an occasion. I wouldn't just go out and pay £745 on a whim. It would be because I needed them. And I'll show you the shoes that I wore at my middle son when he got married. That was the last son that got married. Outrageous shoes, and I paid over £1,000 for them. So yes, I would pay full price. It's an addiction, you know. It's my son's wedding. I'm not going to pay big money on a pair of shoes at my son's wedding. When am I? So yes, I would. He also asks, where will you, well, where will your next trip outside the UK be, and where will your next trip outside the EU be? Right, outside the UK, probably Cyprus. Actually, I just, and I'll get on, I'll elaborate on this question as well. And where will your next trip outside the EU be? Probably America. Probably not soon, but my grandson's getting to the age now where we want to kind of show him Disneyland or Disney World, things like that, and probably do a family trip like that. So probably America. And going back to the first question, going back to both questions actually, I'm not travelling just now. I can't travel because I have my mum. For me to travel, I have to put my mum in a home, which I'm not willing to do. I have done it before to travel to America for a couple of days, and the last time I did that, when I got her out, I said I would never do it again. I do have carers, but my mum's care is enormous. What my mum needs is a lot. I know sometimes you'll see her sitting down and she doesn't look as if she's needing much and she can cope, and no, my mum needs me. I have to get up, I have to get her up in the morning, I have to feed her. She might not want to eat, so it takes time to feed her. So because of that, we can't travel just now. I would love to go to Cyprus. I have property and a house over there which I want to kind of sort out, and I just cannot do that just now. So and I want to eventually build my luxury house over in Cyprus too. But anyway, I'm not answering these questions. I'm not giving you more. I'm giving you more. Anyway, so so again he asks, when you worked in the restaurant, did you find that constant proximity to food and cooking sense encourage you to eat more, or did it put you off food? One, nothing puts me off food. I absolutely love food. I absolutely love eating. You know. So no, it never put me off food. When you worked, did you find that was food cooking sense encouraged me to eat? Not really. I'm an eater anyway, so no, it didn't encourage me to eat, and no, it didn't put me off eating at all. Okay, moving on. So Janet Teskin, so she asks, look, I think she really felt sorry for me because I had replied to her, nobody's asked me any questions, so she's kind of given me a lot of questions. So we'll start off with, do you have a favourite fashion house? Probably Chanel. Do you want to purchase any more Cartier pieces? So I have my Cartier Love Bangle just here, and I'll link any videos that I've done below as well on this. Do I wish to... I don't know. I like to wear my jewellery. I'm not one for putting it away. So I have beautiful bangles that my mum passed on to me. Beautiful, beautiful, but very delicate. You know, they're 18 karat gold with a lot of design, a lot of I don't know. Anyway, the beautiful bangles, and they're delicate, and they're not bangles I can wear on an everyday basis, and this is what I like about the Cartier bangle. Yes, it scratches, but I can wear that on an everyday basis. So, you know, where am I going to, if I buy any more, it's like I wouldn't buy a piece to kind of put it away. So no, necklace wise, I'm not. I was going to buy a Chanel one, and then I thought no. I've got my Tiffany, which I've always got on. If I'm not wearing my Tiffany, I wear my crosses that I've got. So I might buy a love ring, but again, I'd have to put it on and see what it looks like. I don't want to put any more rings on this hand, because, you know, I think sometimes too much can look tacky. So, you know, here I've got all my wedding rings, my engagement ring, my wedding ring, my eternity ring. Here I've just got another ring that my husband got me, and here I've got my mum's original wedding ring. So I do not want any more rings on that hand. So here I have this ring here, and I've spoken about that ring in the past. So I don't know what, you know, if a love ring looked nice against this, or the Trinity Cartier ring, I don't know. So I don't have anything on my wish list just now. I would like to try on the love ring. Do you have any hobbies? Well, this is my hobby. I enjoy doing this, and I go to the gym every day except for the weekend. Did you ever live in Greece? Well, my family originates from Cyprus, so no, I've never lived in Greece. No, I've never lived in Cyprus either. So where were you born? I was born in London, so I'm a Londoner. I am. How long have you been buying luxury? For a long while. Like I've said again in a video before, the way I started buying handbags was my husband would buy me one for Christmas. He would probably buy me the matching purse for my birthday. So it kind of continued like that until I decided I wanted a Chanel bag. So, but when I would buy luxury, like when I got my Burberry bag, then I added my Burberry purse, then I would add a Burberry scarf, then I would add a Burberry umbrella. So that's kind of how I used to, that's how I started buying luxury, kind of that way. But like I said, when I started researching Chanel bags, when I wanted a Chanel bag and then got into YouTube, whoa, things just blew up. So if this is your first ever video, just stay subscribed to me and I'll keep you on the right road. Because it's, oh dearie me. Anyway, how long have you been buying? I can't really, years and years and years I've been that, hence why I've got so many handbags, and I don't sell them either. So that's when I remember we did one of the Tein videos, and I can't remember now, 30 odd handbags. I'm like, it's because I don't sell them. So what countries have you visited? I visited Italy, USA, Cyprus, Greece, Egypt, Germany, France, Switzerland, quite a few in the past, just as well because I'm not getting anywhere now. So yep, Absolutely loved Rome. Rome's a place I want to go back, and of course we're going back to the USA eventually. So how are you filling up your days now that you sold the restaurant? I'm filling them up. I've always been a busy person. So I'm doing things that I didn't have time to do before. You know, for example, I used to have cleaners. I don't have cleaners now. I do that. So it's actually really good because I can really organise things properly. It's just doing things now that I just didn't have time to do before. So I am filling up my days. So yeah, just different things. I'd love to be able to do a lot more trips, but like I said, that's not on the cards just now. Okay, from LSM, I think this person has a YouTube channel as well. When are you going back to beautiful Millport? I don't know. My grandson is now can go a two-wheeler, so maybe it'd be a nice time to go back and he can ride his own bike, because the last time his dad kind of took him on the back of his bike. So yeah, Millport's a place you just go, shall we go to Millport, and off you go. So I haven't put it in my diary, but I'm sure we'll be back. Life Plastic, who has a fabulous luxury channel as well, she asks, how and where did you meet your hubby? I met my hubby in London. How did you meet him? How did I meet him? Well, he was in London shopping for the restaurant, and he was shopping. He was staying with relatives at the time who were friends of my parents, and they popped round to visit. I remember it was a Sunday, and I wanted to go out that night with my cousins. My mum and dad would not let me because they knew I had a bit of a for one of their cousins. So I was only 16 at the time, so I was in a stinking mood and in my pyjamas, and just doorbell went. So in there walked in, and I'm like, more relatives, and I wanted to go, you know, that, you know, your 16-year-old attitude, and then he kind of walked in, and I'm like, and he was older than me, you know, and I'm thinking, he's a bit of alright, this young man, you know, that kind of thing. But I'm now, you know what, at 16, I'm just in kind of loungewear in the house, and I'm like, how do I do? Because I've already seen I'm in loungewear. Why would I go and get glammed up all of a sudden? So I ran upstairs, got on a pair of jeans that I wanted my mum to shop for me for the next day, and kind of jumped into my jeans, you know, showing off the, you know, nice. And I'm like, Mum, and my jeans need shortening. Are you going to shorten my jeans? Mum's like, no, we'll do it later. I go, no, you need to do it now. In front of visitors, I'm really giving a good impression. So anyway, you know, so it kind of went on from there. So, and it wasn't the done thing to just, he didn't just say to me there and then, because I was very young at the time, I was only 16, but he knew a good thing when he saw it. So he kind of said to the relatives, and the relatives kind of mentioned it, and my mum said to me, so and so wants to take you out, are you interested? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, like this. And but when he eventually proposed, so he was travelling all the time from Scotland to London, so it was basically coming down every weekend for moi. So what happened when he did propose, my mum was not happy. I can tell you, she was not happy. He proposed quite early because he was travelling, and you know, so when I was having to come up to Scotland, so we decided to get married because that was the right thing to do. And so I was 17 when I got married, and I could tell you my mum was not happy. In fact, she took me upstairs to give me a good talking to tell me how young I was, and she even tried to blackmail me, and she stood and said to me, you know that Mercedes convertible you always wanted? And I said, uh-huh. She says, well, say if you hold off and you don't get married, I'll get you that Mercedes. And I'm like, no, I'll get married. So I then said to my husband, you so owe me a Mercedes. So that's how we met. Okay, so Luxtopia, who also has a luxury channel, she asks, how does your husband feel about your love for luxury items? Doesn't have a problem with it. You know, I don't spend money I don't have. It's, you know, he doesn't have a problem with it at all. At all. I think he quite enjoys seeing me holding. In fact, with my Lady Dior, I remember sitting in the car and he looked around and says, that is a beautiful bag. So, you know, doesn't have a problem with it at all. Virgo Lux Lover asks, what is next on your handbag list? So I'm thinking, I looked at the Gucci Sylvie bag, but it wasn't the bag for me. I'm wanting a bag to match my last pair of shoes that I bought, my Manalo Blahnique shoes. Dear me. So I want a bag that I can wear with them. I'm kind of thinking the diorama just now. I don't know if I want it in the walk version or the middle. I would rather, see, they've got the kind of middle size, but I really would rather a smaller bag. I just think that's too big. I might travel soon and go and have a look at it. I don't know. That's what I'm kind of thinking of just now, but I don't know. Do you enjoy reading books? I love to read a book. I'm one of those people that when I get into a book, I cannot get out of the book again, as long as it's a good book. I've got 2 just now on the go, and when I start reading a book and I enjoy it, that is it. But getting started is a thing for me, finding the time, and I really thought I was going to have a lot of time now to read, but actually I haven't. So at the moment I'm reading this just now. So it's The Assassination of Marilyn Monroe. And I'm really finding this a drag to read, and this is why I'm struggling with this book big time. It's just, you know. So the other one I've started is this here. Just started this. This was recommended to me by Tammy Shops, who also has a luxury channel as well. And this is Truly Madly Guilty. So yeah, I do enjoy reading. And that's what I'm reading now. What other video YouTubers do you like to watch outside of Lux videos? The only ones I kind of watch sometimes are ones on dementia, and but again, when I look at these videos, they're all about people's parents that are in homes, or there isn't actually a video. I kind of always looked for videos, you know, talking about how it is for the carer to cope with and the things that they have to cope with, and I really want to do a video on that. So probably just that outside of luxury. That's enough. Finding time for these is enough. So, final question from Lulu La Petite, my lovely friend, and she asks, how hard was it to marry so young and to have children so young, and how did you meet your hubby? Well, I've already answered how I met my hubby. How hard was it to marry so young? Honestly and truthfully, extremely hard. Extremely hard. Because at 17 you think you know and everything, and in fact you don't. You know, I'm an only child, so I was everything to my mum and dad. You know, I was the be all and end all, and you know, I wasn't spoiled, but you know, I just knew I was everything to them. So leaving my mum and dad, leaving my friends in London, leaving London, coming to Scotland where I didn't know anybody other than my husband and my husband's family, and they're a big family, so you're just another person, and I'm here, I'm Andri, and it's like, just, you know, you're just another person. It's a hard thing. Probably marriage for everybody is hard to begin with. It's just getting used to it. So my husband and I had never lived together before getting married, so it's getting used to each other in every way. So I would say it's extremely hard. Having children so young, best time of my life, because they were my wee pals, and they were my friends, and oh, best. I just I just loved being a mum and enjoyed my children very, very, very much. And I see my daughter-in-law now with her son, and I keep saying to her, "Is that your wee pal?" She goes, "That's my best pal," and it's just, oh, it's lovely. So having children, I would highly recommend having children young, and it's good because they're all grown up now, and I'm kind of a young grandmother as well, so I'm enjoying my grandchildren. I can run about with my grandson, you know, just like any other younger person. So yeah, enjoyed that very much. So that's my Q&A. Thank you very much to everybody that asked me a question, and I don't know how long this is. Can I see? Oh my goodness me, it's a long one. So I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your questions. Remember to give me a thumbs up, and I'll link anything I need to link below, and I'm going to be doing all this. Okay, bye.